What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at the eCozy Frisco Core Bullet Ice Maker. This is a smart, very compact ice maker which has a full color touch panel, a scheduling function, and automatic one-touch self-cleaning. So if you happen to be shopping for an ice maker, stick around and I'll be going over everything that makes this one of the best ones in this price range. Alright, so taking a look at the unit itself, as I said earlier, this is a very compact ice maker. As you can see, I could put my hand across the entire front. Very narrow design. It's actually one of the most narrow ice makers on the market. And the best part about this is going to save up so much counter space. I put my ice maker not on my counter simply because I don't have enough counter space. But with this, I can put it pretty much anywhere, and it's barely going to make a dent in the overall counter. So just to give you more of a visualization of how small this actually is, here it is next to a water bottle. Here we got a tumbler cup. As you can see, it's about 2 of those in width. So basically, if you can put 2 of these cups on your counter, well, actually it's less than 2, about 1.5 actually. So if you could put 1.5 cups on your counter and still have room for that, then basically you're gonna be able to fit this ice maker as well. And then here it is next to a 1-gallon ice jug. A little bit bigger than the ice jug, but as you can see, very small unit. Yes, there's a lot of ice makers on the market that are larger and store more ice, but when you really think about it, why do you need more ice just taking up space? This unit does make ice very quickly, so even with my family of 4 grabbing ice on a regular basis, this size has not been a problem in our house. And in case anybody wants to know the actual dimensions of this unit, this has a depth of 12.48 inches, a width of 6.65 inches, and a height of 13.9 inches. Up next, as you can see right here, this has a full color Ice Lumix panel, and these are touch sensitive buttons, which makes it very easy for anyone to use. Alright, so I switched off one of my lights so you can see this a little better, but in person this is very bright and easy to read. So right over here you have your light button, as this does have a light built into the ice maker, so you can turn that on or off. Right here next to that you have your one-touch self-cleaning button. You have a timer function, and this is your up and down for that timer function or to make adjustments to the settings of the ice machine. Right here you have indicators of your air temp and whether it's making ice or not. Up here you have your small and large ice size. And then right here you have your power button. Very easy to use. And I definitely prefer this over a lot of buttons that ice makers have, as over time they tend to wear out and not be as effective. I have another eCozy ice maker with a similar panel up top, and I've been using it daily for almost a year now. I have not had any issues with these touch buttons. Alright, so diving into some of the features, as I just said, you have a built-in timer on the ice maker. I wasn't sure if this was going to be something I'll use with this unit, but I do find myself using this very often. So basically when you click on this, this allows you to schedule your ice maker to turn on at a certain time. So say for example, if you know you're going to leave tomorrow at 6, maybe that's 5 hours from now, you can go ahead and click on timer, set 5 hours, and now with that timer on there, it'll start making ice in 5 hours. So this way, when you wake up, you'll have the ice ready for you and you don't have to wait for the machine to make ice. Same thing, maybe you got to run an errand. You have people coming over in a few hours. You can go ahead and set this to start making ice. This way you can do your errands, come home, and when you get home, it'll have some ice ready for you. So this is kind of a good middle ground of not having it always making ice and wasting power, and then at the same time, always having ice when you need it. Up next, this also has one-touch self-cleaning. So when it's time to clean this, all you gotta do is tap on this clean button and that'll cycle through the water and flush everything out. I usually throw some soap inside, maybe some vinegar, just to get rid of any mold or accumulation in there. And I'll run that one time with whatever solution I put in. Go ahead and flush it out, put in regular water, run it again so it can rinse everything out. And that's pretty much it. It makes it a very easy process. You don't have to manually go in here and clean everything. Just tap that button and the machine automatically takes care of everything for you. So despite being a very small ice maker, this actually makes ice very fast as well. From switching it on, this can make 8 bullet ice cubes in only 6 minutes and can make up to 26 pounds per day. And just to show you what the bin looks like, here it is right here. As you can see, more than enough for a few cups of ice. Personally, I prefer the small size cubes, but I know some people do prefer the larger ones. And like I said earlier, despite being a very small unit, I have not had any issues with this machine keeping up in my 4-person household. When it comes to refilling the machine, this is also very easy as well. Just open this up, and if you don't mind melting the ice a little bit, you can just go ahead and dump it on top. But for this situation, I'll just go ahead and take that out. As you can see right here, it has these little ridges, and this is their spill-free side guards. So when filling this up, you want to use purified water. You don't want to use tap water, as that's going to cause buildup in the machine with the hard minerals and other stuff that ends up in tap water. And then you don't want to use distilled water. That's going to have an odd taste as well. So I typically just fill it up with bottles like this, or buy these jugs and keep this near the machine. Whenever it's time to refill, I just dump some in. Makes it very easy. And as you can see, I have a cup right here with some water. You just pour it in right here. And as you can see, it's a little ramp. It's going to go ahead and slide down into there. Not getting any drips here at the bottom. And once you have that filled up, whatever water is left on that ramp, just put it in and that'll pour back in just like that. I don't find that it melts the ice very much, maybe very, very minimally. So honestly, I just dump it in here on top and have not had any issues like that. And for me, that's just a little easier. And this does recycle water. So as your ice melts, the water drips down to the bottom. And that's where it grabs water from to make ice. So put water in, it makes ice. As your ice melts, goes back to the bottom, and it keeps cycling just like that. With the machine, it also includes this bag right here. So if you want to take some ice on the go, you go ahead and dump that inside this bag and take it with you. And then you also get this scoop as well. So when you want to make a drink, go ahead and pop that open. Scoop some out just like that. And as you can see, very easy. Let me go ahead and put a normal size amount in here. That's about the amount of ice I'll use in a drink typically. And as you can see, I still have a ton of ice left. So you could fill probably 7 to 10 cups of ice from this one bin. This is probably the normal amount to chill your drink without diluting it too much. When it comes to taste, while it's not nugget ice, it still has a softer consistency to it and not as hard as regular freezer ice. And as you can see here, it's not as frosty as regular ice and has a nice clear look to it. Last but not least, as you've seen throughout the video, it does have a light to light up the ice bin right there. And what's cool about this is it also uses the lights as an indicator as well. So on regular usage, it'll have a white light like you see now. And then when the ice bin gets full, it'll have a blue light. And then when you need to add more water, it'll show a red light. Overall, a simple but very cool feature, as it makes it very easy to know what's going on with the ice machine without any noises or chimes to bother you. Overall, this is definitely a solid ice maker. The ice tastes great. It's very easy to clean and use. And best of all, it also comes at a very good price as well. All in all, if you happen to be shopping for an ice maker, I would highly, highly recommend this one here from eCozy. If you would like to purchase or get more information, I'll also have the link in the description as well. Alright, well that all wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.